name is Bruce Glick. Family man, husband. I got 2 kids. Own my own business, and I'm looking to break the Atari Asteroids world record. Atari Asteroids came out in 1979, and the world record was held by Scott Safran for about 28 years, and a guy named John McAllister came along back in 2010 and decided he was going to break that unbreakable record. The thing about Safran was he did his record. He broke the record in a live form, and people could go there and watch him. And I just thought that was like the coolest thing. It was just about a year ago now that I decided that I wanted to make an attempt at the record. So ideas set in. I started calling people, talking to people. Everybody thought I was crazy. No one really believed me. Oh yeah, you're gonna set a world record. Yeah, right. So I had to prove to people that it was no joke, that I really could do it, or at least I thought I could do it. So I set out to do 36 hours straight, which I accomplished. And the next task will be to do a 48-hour. I'll probably do a couple of those.
Happy. It's September 14th, Friday, and I have been up for 57 hours. Probably can't tell. And I've been playing for just about 24 hours. And it's a lot harder than I thought. A lot harder. I don't know if I'm able to finish what I set out to do or not, because I'm ready to just fall over dead right now. I'm just going through the motions. And it hurts too. I am tired, man. I mean, no one said this crap was easy. Nobody said it was easy. So I'm not complaining at all. That's not even it. I just didn't expect it to be as hard. I mean, I've never stayed up this long before in my life, so I didn't expect it to be as hard as it was.
I got 99.9990. One more point. Anything hits me, it's going to turn it over. That's the highest you can get. It's got a high score. There it goes. Down to 10.
Got to get some asteroids up here, boy.
Hey, that's right.
Man, some asteroids in my hair. I'm trying to get some high score. 41,000 million. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. We'll get some high score. I'm going to give you some high score.
It's Friday, September 14th. There's my... Oh, I got to flip it around. Shit. Anyways, my score is 2,745,890. I turned it over once before, so it's almost 13 million.
So what we're shooting for is to get into E3 next year, and that'll be huge for me to do that. That'll be a huge boost for me. And if I can get in with Atari, I'm hoping that Alex Storm from New Kingdom Entertainment is going to be able to pull that off. He's a good friend of mine, so I believe it is going to happen. We are going to get into E3, which is just going to be amazing. And to do even the 48-hour in a public forum is going to be so huge. So we went down to Mama's this morning to talk to the owner, Pete, and he was really open to the idea of us doing a live 48-hour session down at his place down there. He actually has a party room in the back that we can do it in, and he liked the fact that we're going to be filming in there. He liked the fact that there's going to be media coverage, that there's going to be a webcast being done. We're down there with Alex Storm and James Boone from New Kingdom Entertainment. Those guys are professionals always. Nick Plunkett on the computer, he was down there showing what he could do for them, and it was just a real positive experience. And I think he's ready to pull the trigger and say he wants us down there for sure. He's really excited about it, and we were really excited to go down there. All right, so I was having some trouble with my game. Getting a lot of ghost vectors. Saw in some prior videos. Was really bogging the game down, and my machine just wasn't to the point where I had my point to time ratio up to speed, where I was actually in record breaking, zone. So I had been looking for a new board, a new PCB, And I thought getting one with a rate multiplier was the hot ticket because that's what all those other guys use, and it seemed like that was the way to go. So I met a guy named Frankie Musa on Craigslist, and I had been talking to him for about a year. I was trying to buy a game off him and just talking to him about asteroids and games and blah, blah, blah. And so finally I contacted him and asked him if he had a rate multiplier. And he said that yes, he did have a NOS rate multiplier, and if I wanted to buy it, it was $300. And I thought, I can't get the money out of my pocket fast enough because that's the thing I need to speed up my gameplay. And it's a factory board from Atari. So I went to his house. He invited me over there. Guy's got a lot of cool games and different things at his house, some old games. And he showed me the rate multiplier. It was in plastic. I guess it was NOS. It was new old stock. Brand new board from Atari. He purchased it and had it there. And so we popped it into his game. He had a really, really nice refurbished game that he did. Popped it in, and it was like molasses in winter. It was not what I thought it was going to be, just not good. So I asked him about his other board that he had in there, and he said it was way faster. I said, would you mind letting me try it? So I got to try it out, and I wound up scoring like 100,000 more per hour than I had scored with my game at any time ever. And so I about fell off the chair, figuring out how am I going to get this board away from this guy. This is his own personal board. The guy was such a nice guy, and he was, he kind of understood what was going on. He understands about breaking the record. He was so nice about it and so willing to help. He told me I could borrow the board for a year, which I thought was just, I was like, what? So he's gonna let me borrow the board for a year. And I asked him if he wanted me to sign anything, saying I had the board. Dude, we put this piece of scrap paper and wrote down, I, Bruce Glick, will borrow this board for 1 year. It was like something from 4th grade. He's like, yeah, that's cool. So I got the guy's board, and it works really awesome on my game, and I'm really stoked about it. So I'm gonna pop the back off and show it to you guys, and it's very cool. So here's the back, and there she be, right here. That's my high score save kit from Braze Technologies. That guy's really cool that owns that company. That keeps the high score no matter if you turn the game off. And this is the board, and the board, if you see, it's extremely clean. I mean, there's a little bit of dust on it, but nothing major. If you saw this guy's Asteroids machine, all of his wiring harness, everything is. I mean, the guy decked it out to the tilt. I mean, it's just perfect. And so when I popped this board in, no ghost vectors. The slowing was minimal for the points that I scored and for how long I played on it. And I believe that this is the board that's going to get me through at least through my 48 hour, and hopefully when I break the record. I haven't played a board since I've had this game that played better than this, so I'm pretty excited about it. Plus the price was right. Can't beat free. So we'll see what happens, I told him that if I was going to, if I actually broke the record, that I would sign the board and give it back to him. Of course I gotta give it back to him, but that'll be pretty cool. He'll have the world record board, PCB, all to himself. He can do whatever he wants with it. I knew right off the bat that this board was good, and it was going to as soon as I played it at Frankie's house, he let me play it for an hour, which I thought he was going to think I was crazy. But I played it for an hour, and I think I scored just under 65, under 650,000, and my highest scoring rate ever was 550,000. That was my best of my best. So I was over there talking to him, just screwing around, and I got 650. So that's huge. So basically, this game's like the Millennium Falcon. She doesn't look like much on the outside, but she's got it on the inside. Down here at Mama's in Huntington Beach, I'm Bruce Glick, coming down here to scope out Mama's. This will be the place where I'm going to make my attempt at the 48-hour. It's my own personal record on Asteroids, the old school video game from 1979, and that'll be a precursor to me making an attempt at the record. John McAllister, watch out.